So I wanted to include this kind of fair warning intro because I'll just say I got some feedback when the video premiered and it was like, hmm, I honestly don't know what to think. It does seem that Aaron is intending to character assassinate some people, and it wasn't the point of this video by putting it out there that I was co signing that. So I just want to stress this is an opinion piece, but who knows? Maybe Aaron really does have something devastating. I don't know. But the intent here is to just demarcate positions. So, fair warning. Again, Aaron may try to trick you. That's not the point of the video, but maybe he is up to something. Well, let me just do one preemptive thing because I'm going to put Emily Armstrong in the title. She's not the main focus, but she and Diddy are very relevant. So, Liz Ferris put out a video exposing a lot of Aaron's lying and lying about Louis Repetto. So, who is he? Well, Louis is a good friend of Aaron Smith-Levin. They've been good friends for decades. Decades. Not last year, not the last 6 months. This isn't DOA and Aaron. They've been friends for quite a while. They knew each other in the Sea Orgo. So they've known each other since the Scientology days. And Aaron did a very strange video, as usual, kind of going off into tangents. And the main focus of that video was not what it was. He was allegedly discussing the protesters, but really he's just trying to somehow get out of these accusations and now verified facts that he's acting like an authoritarian cult leader. I've covered that in the other video, but this is very relevant here because, and I would try to be fair to Aaron, I only listened to that exact portion, so I won't listen to the whole video. I listened to most of it because I was there when it was live. And you'll see him in the comment section if he hasn't deleted. I made very snarky pushbacks on his lying. But in any case, enough about me. He tried to explain the Louis Repetto paradox, or contradiction. Well, if you're being so moralistic about Emily Armstrong, Danny Masterson, P. Diddy, the way they either are Scientologists or go to these Scientology events and hang out with Scientologists, and it seems fully knowingly that they're involved in criminal activities, well, that seems to apply to Louis Repetto. Louis Repetto was your friend for a very, very long time. And Aaron was simultaneously affirming, yes, I know he's a criminal, but also saying, no, he's not a criminal. And yes, I have a responsibility to help people, but no, I don't have a responsibility. It was just the most bizarre performance. And of course, in the course of it, he revealed that both he and other people have been complicit in these crimes, but he doesn't really care.
With other protesters. I have to be honest that I was very dissatisfied with the amount of information that was being shared with me on this topic. I tried to find out what the accusations were exactly, who was making the accusations, what were the accusations, who had gone to the police, who had not gone to the police. I was very disappointed that people expected me to go public with unconfirmed, unverified accusations from people I did not even know who they were about things they weren't even willing to go to the police for. And I said, look, I'm not here to be used as a propaganda tool.
Okay, I am very confused. So somehow or other, and how does this work exactly? So what is Louis Repetto being accused of? That is true. There is some ambiguity. The victims are still filing reports. Now, there are allegations that these are very, very serious crimes. But again, I do not know this person. I have no strong connection to any of these parties. So at this point, I don't know. I think these are very credible people, but I simply do not know. Some of the first people who came forward, like Shannon, they seem to be very credible. Shannon's an activist from Chicago. So no reason to disbelieve her. And what's really shocking is that Aaron is saying, oh no, I believe you. In fact, he says, someone secretly came forward to confirm to Aaron that yes, Louis is a very troubling person. A very troubling person indeed. Okay, wait for that. So then you think to yourself, well, wait a minute. Well, why didn't you just help Shannon and the others warn people about Louis? Well, you see, because Aaron is a serious journalist, people. You see, Aaron takes the idea of truth very seriously. I'm being ironic. So Aaron just takes facts very seriously. I'm being ironic. Because, you see, he doesn't know, so he couldn't responsibly give out this information. He would never do that.
I'm not here to be elected to be someone's mouthpiece. And by the way, the people who were expecting me to do this had their own platforms. They could have done their own videos. They could have taken their own responsibility to share the information they had. but they thought that they could just give a bunch of unconfirmed information from anonymous people to me and expect me to go public with it. What does my audience have anything to do with Louis Repetto's inappropriate behavior with other protesters? You guys might have noticed I've never done any video.
So let's just get to the refutation. Aaron, and I'm not exaggerating, has put out, 50 to 100 videos filled with nothing but unverified rumors. He knowingly put out videos where he could not verify the information. And some specifically about Emily Armstrong. He just put out a video, and I could only bear a few minutes of it because it was just insane, where he tried to accuse Mike Shinoda of being a Scientologist. How or why is Mike a Scientologist? I don't know. But Aaron just put it out there. He also put out knowingly false information. He said, guys, the Emily-Danny connection is the Linkin Park is scared because one of the musicians decides not to go on a tour. It was clarified, no, the guy just likes doing work, whatever, with the studio or at home. Had nothing to do with the controversy. So he literally puts out videos that are knowingly false, knowingly misleading, knowingly filled with many unverified rumors. So what is he talking about? He does that all the time. But now it's like, no, I have a responsibility, my platform. No, I could not just put out this information. That would be irresponsible. And guys, I don't even know who these victims are. They're not telling me, which I respect as a man. I respect that the women do not share. The reason the women are not sharing information with you, and Aaron knows this for a fact, is because they're very suspicious, given his predatory behavior, which has been documented. There are even police reports on this. He has been specifically and repeatedly incredibly charged with stalking, harassment, and far worse things. And you could just Google this in 3 seconds. If you're new to this debate, you could just Google that Aaron has repeatedly gotten into situations, specifically involving women committing crimes. So, what is he talking about? The women don't trust you because you've done things that many women don't find trustworthy. What are you talking about? And then to cap it all off, he did some character assassination of Miriam Francis. And if you think I'm just a hater, I agree, Aaron, that Miriam Francis deciding to do a video with Louis, despite his reputation, is very alarming.
With Louis Repetto. You might have noticed that. When Louis Repetto first appeared on the scene, I was contacted anonymously by another former Scientologist who told me a very troubling story about an experience that she had with Louis Repetto. Even though I do not know the identity of the woman that I spoke with on the phone, I 100% believe the information that she shared with me. When Louis first appeared on the scene and started doing collaborations with Liz Phair.
Now, the Miriam Francis saga is a big one and a large one. I've covered many aspects before, but the short story is, and apparently that was completely false, was that she was asking the Aftermath Foundation for help. Simultaneously, she wanted some information from Mike Rinder, which he provided. Miriam literally put out videos showing that Mike Rinder gave her a lot of information. But then Rinder was getting nervous that Miriam might use her information to do work to defame him, which she did. She put out a ton of hate videos. So Mike just wanted reassurances. Well, I just want to be reassured that you're not misusing this information. And Miriam said, oh my God. Oh my God. Claire Headley will not speak to me. Mike Rinder has turned against me. Guys, I was fearful the OSA would destroy and attack me. And then months later, the truth came out is she wanted money for a controversial therapy. Again, I'm not here to judge Miriam in any strong way. She's been under a lot of stress and a lot of trauma. However, she was lying to people. She just wanted money for the treatment. She couldn't just tell people, give me the money for the treatment, because it would come off greedy. So she just created this massive conspiracy theory. Rinda and the OSAs and the Scientology were going to come after me. There is not a shred of evidence that Rinder was sending the OSA or the Scientologies against her. Nothing. She provided zero documentation. And Aaron dropped the dime on her that apparently she knew. She was aware that Louis had a very shaky background. And yes, they did a video together. But guess what, folks? That's been destroyed. So whatever they did, whether it was a podcast or a video, it's gone. It's gone. Now, there are videos showing them together. So the record has not been totally destroyed. And to be fair to Miriam, she did put out something on her community page saying, please share information about Louis Repetto. This is disturbing. This is a predator. So let's be brutally honest here. So apparently Aaron did know Louis was a predator. He didn't care. There are videos on screen. He is next to Louis. He is smiling. They're shaking hands. They're having a good old time together. But now, luckily for Miriam, she's destroyed the evidence. So what about them being together, smiling, chatting away? That's gone. We can't find that video. But see, these people are not very intelligent. Because if you really know how the internet works, you really can't destroy the evidence. It may take time and effort, but you can find these videos. It will be documented somewhere, right? But see, I don't really care to destroy their credibility because they don't have any. So Miriam put a very amusing video out there that said, Mike Rinder can't dead agent me. That is correct, Miriam. You've managed to dead agent yourself. So let's see. Miriam collaborates knowingly with racists, predators, liars, and cult leaders. All she does is weep and cry, I'm here to save children and the victims. Well, I cannot take away her status as a victim. I would deny the status of her as a truth-telling journalist. She's no such thing. So if you hate Mike Rinder, that's fine. I don't like Mike Rinder either, but I don't like very manipulative fantasies and fairy tales to help a fascist cult. I don't like that when Aaron does it. I don't like when David Miscavige does it. I don't like when Miriam Francis does it. At this point, I can't verify these allegations or rumors against Louis Repetto. The investigations are ongoing. But it does seem something is here. So we're going to have to wait patiently for more things to come out. But what Miriam and Aaron have been doing for almost a year, which is manipulating, jumping back and forth, telling all these very, very troubling, unverified conspiracies to give themselves more money and power, is also very disturbing. It's just very, very disturbing all around. But let's be fair to Aaron. It's not clear he's done anything criminal yet. Yet, we don't know. But it's not looking good for him either. But I do want to thank Aaron for revealing that Miriam Francis is not exactly who she says she is. I knew this already, but now he's broadcast to his 250,000 subscribers that, yeah, she's a liar and she's a phony. But here's the problem. He only did this now that Miriam is closer to Nora and Serge, who have also turned against him. So there you go. So we told the truth about Miriam Francis. Guys, I love Miriam Francis, but she's not exactly who she says she is. Correct, Aaron. You're right. She's a liar. She's a grifter. But you're only exposing her now because she's not loyal to you. So that's where we are. We just have one cult fighting another cult, fighting another cult, fighting yet another cult. It's very boring and tiresome, but there are victims, and we should try to help those victims. But this is becoming increasingly just a credible, silly mess. And I would not blame people for wanting to avoid the whole thing. Now, I have some responsibilities here, and I will try to do my best. I will try to do a video separately on this topic. Wait for that, but yeah, it's a lot coming in. But this specific section that Aaron did was incredible for its amount of lying. It is amazingly full of lies, but there are some truths he said, and those are worth getting to and analyzing carefully.